It is NFL Week 2 for Sunday, September the 19th. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and this is another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. And today we have a full slate of NFL football to go over. And then if you guys have any questions about any baseball games, I will have my baseball plays scrolling in the bottom, but we're not going to be going over baseball. But I will have plays if you guys are looking for baseball plays. I will have those in the scroller in just a few minutes. But it should be a fun slate here. We get a decent amount of games for football. I believe we have, 14 games, so it should be a full slate of NFL.
13.
13 games?
Isn't there? I could be wrong. Never mind.
No buys yet. But yeah, but you guys know what we do. Before we go and take a look at today's slate, we take a look back at yesterday. And so I'm trying to remember which games we went over for the show yesterday with college football. But overall yesterday, I'll go over our 15 plays. Coastal Carolina they couldn't cover at the end. Colorado didn't cover. They didn't win. Alabama didn't cover. We did get the unders in Arkansas and Washington State. We got the over in LSU and Central Michigan. We got a loss on Georgia, minus 31.5, a win on UTSA. Then we got losses from Auburn, Temple, the over in West Virginia, which that was a very frustrating one because I think we saw 28 points in the first quarter or in the first half. K-State got the win. Georgia Tech, whoa, they almost pulled off the upset yesterday. We cashed that plus 28. Arkansas minus 23. We cashed that one. And then losers on the over in Iowa and the under in Texas. But overall, it is what it is. But we will look at today's or I'll look at the chat first, then we'll get into today's slate. Marcos, what's up, my favorite guys? Let's cash. Hit the like button, people. Ready for week 2 of the NFL slate. 4 games of WNBA left today. Plenty of money to be made. Let's get it. Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, last day of the WNBA seasons today, and we got actually 5 games to pick from. We won't be going over those. If you want opinions on those, we can give quick little opinions, but we're not going to be breaking those down. We've never broken down those games on stream, but we have given out picks. Alfonso Scott, good morning. Let's see, fellas. Yeah, absolutely. Week 2. Hey, what's up, Terry Edelman? How you doing today? There is an echo. I think Tim fixed it. Hey, guys. Let's get money. Bros, one of you guys Mike has an echo. I think we fixed it.
Yeah, I fixed it. Sorry, I forgot. So right now, me and Nick are in the same room. This is our office. Yeah. So I forgot to mute my mic before going onto the stream. So that's why there was an echo.
And then we fixed the echo.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I was aware. I saw the first one. I looked down my thing. I'm like, oh, I am not muted.
Yes, but now that we're not muted, now that our audio is sounding good, guess what we get to do, Tim?
Rugby.
Yeah, we get to break down some Australian rugby here. Should be a good one. We got Melbourne taking on I just pulled 2 cities out of my butt. But, yeah, all good now. Appreciate it. All right, well, we will hop into today's slate. We're going to kick it on off here with an NFC South matchup. The New Orleans Saints are at the Carolina Panthers, minus 3.5 for these Panthers. Or for the Saints, my bad. Plus 150 run back here on the Panthers. 45 the total in this game. Are you looking at getting involved in this one?
I've got to play on the first game, and that's going to be going towards Carolina. I think this is an overhyping week. Welcome to Overreaction week 2. And that's going to be a big thing that goes on this week. A lot of people are going to see, New Orleans just absolutely beat the crap out of Green Bay last week, 38-3. And now they're against Carolina, who beat a little New York Jets team. Yeah, we're going all over New Orleans now. And it's going to be that way with a lot of teams today, at least. And, yeah, I'm going Carolina in this one. The tickets, 62% of the tickets, 55% of the money are on Carolina, yet the line is moved in a way that it's more leaning towards Carolina, where the sharper money is on Carolina today, and I'm going and saying that's the good spot for it. I think it's an overreaction. Carolina's at home; they're a good team at home. I don't think New Orleans comes and absolutely stomps. I think they had a really good week last week, yes, but I think it's a letdown spot today after a big game last week in week 1. So Carolina plus the 3.5. That's where we're going. That's where I'm going for this one.
Yeah, I definitely think Carolina is a very live dog in this one, and I almost pulled the trigger on taking them plus 3.5 and plus 150. I just didn't get to the window on this one. Maybe I might in the next hour and a half, but at this moment, I am not, and I probably won't. I do think this is a very live dog at Carolina. They did have a win last week, and we are going to see a lot of people also. And the Saints are back. The Saints are back. I mean, we were all over the Saints last week. We had them. I had them plus 4.5. I had them plus 180. The Saints were a great hit for me last week. I'm not too confident on them this week. You're getting definitely this could be a game where they do come back down to earth here. Jameis Winston looked phenomenal, and I don't think they punted in the first half of that game. They were that good. And this is a spot where I think this is a very live home dog against a divisional rival here. I would take the 3.5 plus 150 before I would look at the New Orleans Saints side. So for me, this is a dogger pass spot, and I'm starting the card off with a pass.
And another thing to look at is that last week when Green Bay played New Orleans, Aaron Rodgers, an average QBR rating, if a quarterback drops back and throws the ball directly into the turf, every single throw is a 39.2. I believe Aaron Rodgers had a 32 QBR rating, which is which was the worst game in his NFL career. So I don't think that this defense is that good. I think Aaron Rodgers had a really bad game. So for it, it's got to be Carolina nothing. I think it's a really good spot for him.
Sounds good.
We'll go over that. Colts minus half. We're not going to go over that game. Chargers minus a half. We're not going to go over that game.
Our Circa pick is in that game.
Yes. Rams and Colts under 49.
I think that could be sneaky. We didn't see that great of a performance from Carson Wentz in week number 1. I believe if the Colts get their way, they will run the ball a lot against this Rams team. And on the other side, we get a very good defense in the LA Rams. They are an elite defense. So I can definitely see an under 49 in that game. We are going to go over that later, though.
Good morning. Money time. Money time. Need someone to convince me why the 49ers don't cover easily. We'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. Yeah. Our next game, though, Houston Texans are at the Cleveland Browns in this one. Minus 13 for the Browns, a plus 525 run back here on the Texans. A total of 48 in this game. And looking at this one here, this isn't a prime example of a reverse line movement that I'm all over. This is a spot where I'm seeing at the moment 62% of the tickets, 87% of the money is on Cleveland. But yet this line opened at 13.5, and it's gone down to 13 in some spots. So it's showing me the books are not scared about all this Cleveland money. And I think this is a spot where Houston Texans are not going to be a good team this year. Do not get this twisted. They're not going to be a good team this year, but they're going to be a scrappy team, and they're not going to be a team you're particularly going to want to lay double digits against. They're not going to be a straight fade like a Jacksonville was last year or something along those lines where the Jets, where they couldn't cover double-digit spreads. I think this is a Houston team. We saw them over the offseason. Their GM did a good job doing this. 1- and 2-year contracts. This is perfect during a rebuild, so you have more competition on the positions that you want to fill, and you will be able to renegotiate, and people will have to earn their next contract. I think this is a great system that they're using in Houston, and Tyrod Taylor, I believe, is one of those quarterbacks where I want to give him a comparison to a Teddy Bridgewater light. He is a game manager that'll help you cover games, and he's not going to help you. He's not going to lose you games, but he's not going to win you games. He's going to keep your team in the game for as long as he can. He's going to be a game manager, and he's going to keep the game close. And I think that's what potentially we can see from this Houston team this week. So I like the Houston Texans here, plus the 13 points. I wouldn't talk anybody off a plus 525 stab. I'm not saying they win this game straight up at all. I can see a 7 to 10 point win for the Cleveland Browns in this game, but I think 13 is just a bit too much.
Yeah, I personally didn't get to it. I think this is just a little bit too wide of a spread right now. It would definitely be a lean towards Houston, if anything, but I am not particularly looking to go after it. Cleveland last week, they had the toughest week one, going up against the Chiefs, and they played really well. They covered a 6-point spread, which is, you know what, that's great in itself. Do I think they cover a 13-point spread? I don't know. That's a big spread. Yes, it is in Cleveland, but this Houston team can definitely be scrappy, and we saw them play pretty well last week.
Granted, it was against the Jaguars.
It was against Jacksonville. That's why I was about to mention. Yeah, it was against Jacksonville, which I don't think is going to be good. And I just think it's a weird game. You don't have to bet every single game on the slate. I know I only bet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games out of the 14 today. So not interested in this one. I'll find better spots.
Fair enough. Moving on to the next game here and talk about overreaction. Lunchtime for Nick Chubb. Okay, I can see it. I can easily see Nick Chubb have a great game, and the Texans still cover the plus 13. Moving on, Cincinnati Bengals are at the Chicago Bears in this one. The Bears are now a -2 now in this game. Total of 44.5. And are you looking at this game at all, Tim?
No, but if anything, it would be leaning towards the Bears. Once again, welcome to Overreaction Week 2. The Bears are a far better team than the Bengals. I think we should all be able to realize that. Bears went up against a really, really good Rams team last week, who I think is going to have is definitely a big team. I think is going to have a shot to do a lot of big things this year. On the other side, you get Cincinnati, which faced off against a Minnesota team that didn't really do much. They had to make a late comeback just to lose in overtime, or Minnesota did. So everybody's seeing, Cincinnati won last week. They won. Yeah, they did win, but they almost tied. They almost lost that game. It wasn't clean. I'm just not a fan of this one. They blew a 14-point lead. The Cincinnati team is not necessarily a team that I want to be going after. Now, if they go and win another 1 or 2 weeks in a row, maybe I could look after them and say, maybe they might not finish last place this year. But no, for this one, it had to be Bears or nothing in this game, and I'm choosing nothing.
Yeah, looking at this game here, I've been staring at this game all week long, and I just pulled the trigger. Give me the Bears in this one. I think this is definitely a spot where this is, I think, one of the most overreactions of the entire week. We're getting a Bears team that lost on prime time against an elite team, Super Bowl contender in the LA Rams. On the other side, we get a Cincinnati Bengals team who had a big lead against a Minnesota team, blew it, won it in overtime because of a fumble, a game that they should not have won because that was not a fumble by Dalvin Cook, against a Minnesota team I'm not particularly high on this year. I'm extremely low on the Cincinnati Bengals, though. I need Joe Burrow to prove to me that he can continue this success. Now, yes, he may go out and prove me wrong and make me look so stupid on this play, but give me the Bears in this one. I think that this is a home favorite, and they're a favorite for a reason in this game. And the bookmakers put this line out there for a reason. This Bears team is the better team, even with Andy Dalton behind center. So, looking at this game, there's no way that the books know what you saw last. They know you saw Cincinnati beat Minnesota. They know you saw Chicago lose pretty bad against an elite team on prime time. And all those overreactions are leading to a Cincinnati team that they purposely put as a 3-point dog to get bet down because the books like the Bears in the spot, and so do I. I think the Bears win. I think the Bears cover. I took the minus 133, played it safe because I can see this being a close game, but I like the Bears in this one.
I like it. What's up, guys? Give me some winners. I need a win. Been home alone with 2 kids and a wife.
At hospital.
Okay. Oh, wife and wife at hospital. Okay. Well, all of our winners at the bottom, and we give out nothing but winners. But the teams are the ones that mess it up.
Yeah. Our picks are all winners. It's the teams that screw it up. Thank you very much.
As a Giants fan, I need the Bears to go 0-17. I don't understand that.
I don't get that one either. I'm a Giants fan, and I don't know why the Bears need to go 0-17.
49ers money line, Bills money line, and the over 84.5 rushing yards from Derrick Henry. Good luck today, everyone.
Yeah, I'm not huge on the Niners here. We'll get to that later. Bills, I like, and I think that you can see a decent performance from Derrick Henry. So
I like it.
Nice little 2-in-1 day. Moving on, the Las Vegas Raiders are at the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. Steelers a 6-point favorite in this one, plus 210 run back here on the Raiders. Total of 46.5 in this game. Are you looking at this one?
Not necessarily, no. If anything, it's probably a lean towards Pittsburgh. But they're at home. They had a good win last week against Buffalo in Buffalo. And I think that they're a good team. They're a good early season team, I should say. So I'm all right with backing them earlier on in the year. Once we get later on, maybe not. On the other side, Vegas, who won a game twice, technically. I don't know. That was a struggle win against the Baltimore Ravens in Vegas with Baltimore out of their running backs. And Baltimore is still going to be out of their running backs. But I think that right now, Pittsburgh's the stronger team out of the two. Because I think for Derek Carr, in his playbook, he had like one play written up, and that was throw it to Darren Waller. And that's all he's got. So if the linebacker core in Pittsburgh can go ahead and defend him, it's going to be a really tough day for Vegas. So if anything, I'd be leaning towards Pittsburgh, but I don't have any money involved in this game.
Heard. Yeah, looking at this one for me here, we're getting a Pittsburgh team. This is another one of those teams I cashed in big on Pittsburgh last week. I personally did not get to this game. I would lean towards Pittsburgh once again. If there's a team I'm looking to back more in the beginning of the season than the end of the season, it's 100% the Steelers here, especially with Ben Roethlisberger behind or under center. He's a quarterback where I'm looking to back him in the beginning of the season rather than the end. I think this is going to be a closer game than people think. So this is a game I just end up staying off of, and I can see either team winning, and I can see either team covering. So this is a spot where I had a very I don't know what I was trying to say. I have a really mixed feelings on this one. So this is a spot where I just passed on it completely. Once again, the books have to put up a number on every single game. You do not have to bet every single game. So I'm going to look to pass on this one.
True. All right, back to the chat real quick. Like them all. He's referring to that comment. The Giants have the Bears' first round pick next year.
That's right. I forgot about that. Trying to remember who they traded for that.
Eileen, Steelers 2. Might lock it in.
I remember why the Giants have the Steelers or the Bears pick now. That was part of a draft trade where the Bears were trading up to get Justin Fields.
Heard. Andre Clark coming with his place. Tennessee, Chargers, Miami, San Francisco, Philadelphia under, Indy, and Minnesota. So Tennessee, I like it. Chargers, that game has our circa bet, our best bet. That one's we're not going over. Miami against Buffalo. I'm on the other side. I got Buffalo. San Francisco and Philadelphia under. I don't mind it. Good defenses. Indianapolis plus 3.5. I'm on the other side. I went with the Rams. And Minnesota plus 3.5. I would be leaning the other side with the Cardinals, but I didn't bet that game.
Yep, fair enough. Moving on.
Speaking of Miami,
we got the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins in this one. Buffalo now up to a 3.5 again, and a plus 167 run back here on the Dolphins. Total 48 in this game. Bills coming off of a loss from last week. They lost against those Pittsburgh Steelers that we went over last game, which I cashed on that game pretty nicely. On the other side, Miami Dolphins, once again, they're a team that is coming off of a win due to a late game fumble. And there was so many of those last week where there were late game fluke turnovers that caused teams not to cover. And the Dolphins were a beneficiary of one of those. This is a spot where I do like the Bills in the bounce back spot here. I'm not particularly too high on the Dolphins. I think that they're a potential playoff team, but I really like the Bills. I like the Bills and the Patriots more than I like the Dolphins this season. So this is I think the Dolphins are a third place team, which may mean they're a second wild card, but I don't think that they're a playoff team potentially here. I'm expecting some regression from Miami. A lot of their games that they won last year were, well, they got lucky at the end of games sometimes. So positive variance on them there. I'm expecting some regression here. I'm not expecting Tua to be a world beater. And I like the Bills in this spot. I think this is a great bounce back. I know it's in Miami, and I know it's a 3.5 now, but I'm on the Bills in this spot. I got them at 3. 3.5 scares me a little bit, but I don't mind it. But I'm definitely on the Bills in this one.
Yeah, I'm on Buffalo as well. It's one of those spots where you bet them and go. I'm not a fan of Miami this year. Obviously, they need to prove a little bit more to really get my backing. So I personally went Buffalo in this matchup, taking -3 Buffalo. I know they had a bad game against Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh team is going to be pretty good. Miami had a struggle win against a New England team who I don't expect to be good.
I expect them to be halfway decent. I'm expecting 10, 11 wins from New England.
I am not expecting that whatsoever from a rookie quarterback. No, thank you. So no, it's Buffalo or nothing in this game. I bet Buffalo -3. Now they're -3.5. It all works. I think they should win by at least a touchdown. So Buffalo in this game in Miami.
Sounds good. Moving on here. The LA Rams are at the Indianapolis Colts. Rams 3.5-point favorites in this one, plus 170 run back here on the Colts. Total of 47.5 in this game has dropped half a point since we typed it up. Looking at this matchup, it should be a decent matchup here. We get the Colts at home. They looked absolutely horrible last week against Seattle, but Seattle I think is going to be a halfway decent team this year. They got Russell Wilson. They got some decent deep threats with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, but we'll be breaking them down a little bit later in the slate. And on the other side, you get the LA Rams. They took care of business last week on Sunday Night Football, 34-14. Matthew Stafford looked absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing what he can do when he actually has weapons and he actually has a good team behind him and a good defense and an offensive line and a coach that knows what he's doing.
And he's out of Detroit.
And he's no longer in the misery pit of Detroit. Whether you are a Lion, a Tiger, a Red Wing, or a Piston, well, whatever team you're on, Detroit always seems to be hell for sports. But now that he's out of sports hell, that's not called Cleveland. Now we're making all these type of jokes, targeting everybody's city. Oh, I'm next. I'm coming in for everybody here. No, I'm just kidding. But looking at this game, it would be a favorite or nothing here. Yes, I'm aware this could be an overreaction spot where the Colts can be a very live dog in this game. I'm not buying it particularly. I think that this Rams team is going to be a great team. And keep in mind, good teams win, great teams cover. And I think that this Rams team is going to be a great team this year. So I would lean with the Rams -3.5. If you guys are into parlaying, which I am not, and I'm not promoting this, I'm not encouraging this, but if you have to, I think the Rams are a halfway decent parlay piece in this one.
Yeah, I'm on the Rams.
On the money line, my bad.
I did a premium. I did not a premium, but free pick video on ESP and on Picks and Parlays for this game, giving out the same play. It's Rams. It's Rams or nothing. They look dominant the first game, and yeah, Matthew packed the Stafford. Has a home, and I feel like this chemistry between him and McVay is going to work out perfectly, because now McVay has somebody who he can work with instead of teach. Yes. I think that's a really good relationship between those two. And I think this could be a very dangerous offense. And it's a good spot. Keep in mind, and I want to throw this out, if anybody does fantasy and has any players from the Rams, you're going to want to play them, because the Colts secondary has not been good. We're not expecting it to be that good. And Matthew Stafford's going to play with his new toys. Robert Woods, Higsby, those two would be my top options for fantasy if you're going for some Rams. So looking at that, but I like the Rams in this game, -3.5. I just think they have another solid performance in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I like that spot as well. Also, keep in mind, one thing that I just looked up that I wanted to get a little statistic for. Want to take a guess the age difference between Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay?
No.
Sean McVay is only 2 years older than him.
Yep. I know the people always talk about, how young he is. How
Sean McVay's been coaching for, I think, 4 years in the NFL now, and he's still the youngest coach. So this guy's a coaching prodigy, and I think he'll be fine. But yeah, I like the Rams in this spot. Looking back at the chat here, Tiffany Myers. Good morning, NFL Sundays are the best. Let's get it. Absolutely. I'm so excited. The Rams' style of defense is all wrong for Wentz. They keep everything in front, forcing you to make accurate short throws all the way down the field. Rams should win this easily.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a good statement there. I think that the Rams should be able to take care of business in this game. Wow. Moving on.
Yoink.
Ooh, this is the game that I want to get this comment up real quick because I'll be able to do it now. Where did the comment go? There we go. I can finally address this. I need someone to convince me why the 49ers don't cover easily today. Cool. Let's do that. Not right now, Dad. You know I'm streaming. But looking at this game here, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. The Niners are 3-point favorites. It's a +125 the other way with the Philadelphia Eagles. Total of 49 in this game. And this is a spot where I like the Eagles in this one. It's the Eagles home opener. And I'm trying to find the injury report for this one, because this is what plays huge into my Eagles play for this one. Because once again, stop me if you heard this one before, the Niners are suffering injuries here. They lost their starting running back, Raheem Mostert, and they lost their starting quarterback, Jason Verrett. Those were both placed on IR. Also, Dre Greenlaw is supposed to be on IR, which means that this is going to be a banged-up defense. So it doesn't stop there. Emmanuel Mosley will be starting if he was healthy. It appears that he's now been ruled doubtful. So this is a spot where – and then you get Eric Armstead, Marcel Harris, and Javon Kinlaw, who are all questionable for today. So the Niners are dealing with tons and tons of injuries in this game. And then we get a Philadelphia Eagles team. Yes, they did only beat Atlanta last week, 32-6. But they're coming into this game with a lot of confidence. Jalen Hurts, I think, could be a dynamic playmaker. And this is a Eagles offense that I think can take advantage of this banged-up Niners defense. I really do. So I got the Eagles +3. And I also got the Eagles +150 earlier in the week. And that's now down to a +125. That just shows the importance of betting your games early, as you can beat some line movements. It also shows that you can be on the wrong side of this, which I'm on the wrong side of a couple of those. But betting your games early gives you the best chance of beating really nice line movements. And this is one I've done with the Philadelphia Eagles money line. I think the Eagles are my dog play of the day. Straight up +150. I think they're the dog money line play of the day. And I think they get the job done here at home against a banged up Niners defense. So that's where I'm going. And also the Niners lost their starting running back. So this should be an interesting factor there. So for me, give me the Eagles plus the 3.5 unit on plus 150. It's plus 125 now. I don't mind that as well. I think the Eagles win this game straight up.
Yeah, just to give you guys an idea with that 49ers running back situation, Mitchell will be starting today. Eli Mitchell, which, once again, if you guys are doing fantasy, I know I picked him up. It could be a good spot for him. I really do like the spot for him. Even though I do like Philadelphia, a lot of this offense today is probably going to be coming through the ground. So I don't mind picking him up. I know earlier in the week he was owned in like 2% of fantasy leagues. So if you guys want to go pick him up, it might not be a bad idea. But for this one, yeah, I'm all over the Eagles as well. A lot of injuries for San Francisco. Philadelphia is a tough place to play. And San Francisco is looking fantastic. If they went and covered by the 20 points that we thought they were last week, I would have said, yeah, that's fine. We would look at San Francisco this game. And then all of a sudden they collapsed, and that makes me very, very nervous to the point where they didn't cover against the
Lions.
Why are you calling? You know we're streaming. Yeah, they just didn't cover. It's just not a good spot for them. I think Philadelphia is in a really strong spot right now. And we're going Philadelphia plus 3. If you want to sprinkle the money line, we're down for that too.
Fair enough. We'll move on to the next game here. Eagles, or we'll look at the chat, my bad. Eagles will not be able to stop the run. 49ers will own it. Okay. I mean, I can see this being a higher scoring game, so potentially there. Falcons ran all over them birds. Okay. Well,
that's our contrarian play of the week. There you go.
Yep. Moving on, though. Denver Broncos are at the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one, with the Denver Broncos being 6-point favorites in this one, a plus 210 run back here on the Jaguars, plus 215, my bad. And a total of 44.5 in this game. And looking at this one, we're getting a Denver Broncos team where this line last week opened at 3. Oh, no, it opened at 1, my bad. And it's gone all the way up to 6 because they saw how Jacksonville looked against Houston. And they saw how Denver looked against the Giants. Granted, the Giants are not going to be a good team this year. And Jacksonville, I don't think is going to be a good team either. They're currently in a 16-game losing streak since last year. And this is a spot where, yeah, this line's moved 5 points, but I feel like, call me crazy, Jacksonville at home could be a live dog in this game. I think this is an overreaction. I think plus 6, it would be a dog or pass spot for me in this game. As ugly as that looks, I'm not betting this game. This is an easy stay off for me. Teddy covers, or Teddy Bridgewater. He always seems to cover. That's why his nickname is Teddy Covers sometimes. And this is a spot where I think, yeah, even Jerry Jeudy's out as well. Yeah, thanks for reminding me there. Alfonso says Jeudy out. I believe they said he was either questionable or doubtful. Let me look up the that injury report there, and then. But yeah, for me, this is a dog or pass spot in this game. I would take the plus 6 before anything else. Am I getting to this game? Probably not. Let's see what it says for Jerry Jeudy here. It doesn't show him part of the the injury report. I'll have to take a look at.
There's a clear and easy way to look it up.
I'm going to go on DraftKings and figure this one out.
Yeah, I'm already on it. DraftKings.
Jerry Jeudy.
Denver.
Jerry Jeudy's on the IR. They placed him on the IR, out 4 to 6 weeks. So yes, I think exactly. Rookie quarterback, week 1 on the road, always a fade. Yes, but Jacksonville is one of those teams where I think this is going to be a closer game than people expect. This is a team that I just can't pull the trigger on Jacksonville. They need to win a game first in order for me to think that they're going to be legit, or they're a team that I can even think about backing plus the points. So for me, this is a dog or a pass spot, definitely for me. Plus 6 or nothing. I'm going to pass on this one. This is a 1 o'clock game. So yeah, I'm going to pass on this game. I was going to say if it's a 4 o'clock game and I'm up heading into the 4 o'clock games, this is a game I might add to my card, but I'm not going to add this one. This is a pass for me. Leaning towards the dog, not getting involved.
I know this might seem a little early, but I feel like this is a 1-800-GAMBLER.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think the Denver Broncos are going to be a better team than people expect. I think that the Denver Broncos win this game. I just don't know if they cover the 6-point spread. That's the problem with this one.
This game is gross. I'm not a big fan of it. You're still getting a rookie quarterback in what's his face?
Trevor
Lawrence. Thank you. Sorry. That's
Sunshine.
Sunshine. So totally slipped my mind. And then Denver, they got a win last week against a bad Giants team. So I'm not sure if this is necessarily a game that you would be really interested in going after. If anything, I would probably just take points with Jacksonville, especially Judy out and with all that situation. But this is not a game I'm interested in. There's better spots on the slate. You don't have to force a play from this game.
Yeah, especially considering this line opened at 3 this week. So, no, I'm not interested.
Thoughts on the Panthers game?
Dog or pass?
That one I bet the Panthers already on that game. So, yeah. Yes, my bad, bro. It's 5 hoop games for today. Yeah? We got all 5 games. Yep. Little early for 1-800 on NFL, but
it is.
I know. I just
a 1-800 game last week would have been the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. We know both those teams are going to be bad this year.
True. Well, speaking of a good team and a bad team, we got the Jets.
I know you're joking there. We had the New England Patriots at the New York Jets in this game. The Patriots are a 6-point favorite in this one. They opened around at 3.5, so this line has ballooned. And we're getting a plus 210 run back here on the New York Jets, plus 210 run back. Total of 43 in this game. I will toss this game over to the person who just randomly put on a Jets jersey.
Jets suck. That's good. No, I'm kidding. Looking at this game, yes, I have a jersey for him. Yes, I'm technically a Jets fan from New York originally. So, but no, I'm not interested in betting this game. We really did not see that much from Wilson last week, where if it was anything good, it was a 17-8 game or whatever it was. It wasn't pretty. I still don't like it obviously first week for him, so I'm all right with getting a little bit jitters out. But it is a rookie quarterback versus rookie quarterback in this game. Mac Jones and Wilson, and I think the Jets could be a live dog in this one. I know it's a little bit crazy. I think 6-point spread, a little bit wide. I think, especially in New York, I think the Jets do have a shot at this game. I don't think the Patriots are that good of a team this year. So looking at it right now, I feel like, if anything, this is a Jets plus 6 spot or nothing. But personally, I did not bet on this game.
Yeah, looking at this game, I want nothing to do with the Jets here. I think if there is a best bet in this game, which I personally am staying off of this game, my best bet for this one would be the team total under for the New York Jets.
Or the under in general.
I think that I think that this is a Patriots team that will be able to score a decent amount on this Jets team. And this would 100% be Patriots or nothing in this game. I do not trust the Jets game. We didn't see much from the preseason MVP and Zach Wilson last week. And I don't think we see much in this one. And we've seen Bill Belichick's record versus rookie quarterbacks.
But how many of them was with a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, but he's 13-0 at home, 12-6 on the road, or 8-6 on the road, 21-6 overall versus rookie quarterbacks. This is a rookie quarterback against Bill Belichick. He's going to game plan his defense around confusing the crap out of Zach Wilson. I think it'll work. Plus, biggest question of the entire game for this one is this New York Jets offensive line. They were awful last week, and they will not have Mekhi Becton in this game. So this is going to be a bad Jets offensive line without one of their best offensive linemen. So this is an easy Patriots or nothing spot. I think the Jets are going to struggle to run the ball here, and Zach Wilson is not going to have enough time to throw the ball in this game. So this would absolutely be a Patriots or nothing spot for me. or a team total under for the New York Jets because I can see them getting nothing done against this New England Patriots defense. I expect this Patriots defense to be able to carry this team to plenty of wins this year. And that's the reason why I think that this Patriots team could potentially be a playoff contender, is because they have a top defense. Yes, they do. Their offense that may not be great under Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to be one of those quarterbacks where he is a game manager. He's not going to be one of those who slings the ball. He knows when to throw the ball to who and what spot. He's very good at reading the field. He's a good game manager. He's not going to be one of those guys like a Patrick Mahomes who's going to put up 40 points in the game. That's not going to happen with the Patriots here. I would lean towards the under in this game. I like the team total under in this game for the Jets, and I think the Patriots take care of business. This has, I don't know, 27-10 written all over it.
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll go ahead and jump back over to the chat for a minute. KC over 53.
Yep.
Dallas over 55.
Yep.
Tennessee over 53.
Yep.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind either of those.
Good morning, guys. Have a great show. Appreciate it, Dan. Yeah, rookie quarterback against Belichick. But how many of those games were worth it when Belichick had a rookie quarterback himself?
I don't think it matters. I think this Patriots defense is too good. This is
under 48.
Yeah, this is a Patriots defense that had the most COVID opt-outs last year, and they had a really bad quarterback, and they still went 7-9. I think this is a improving New England Patriots team. Bill Belichick is not going to have a team be this bad for that long. So, yeah, I think the Patriots are playing this game.
We'll see. We'll go ahead and move on. I think we're heading into the 4 o'clock games now.
Yeah, now we're officially 4:05. Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals in this one. The Cardinals are 3.5-point favorites in this game. A plus 170 run back on these Vikings. Total of 50.5 for this matchup here. And we're getting an Arizona team coming off of a nice win week 1 against those Tennessee Titans on the road. And now they head home to face a Vikings team I'm not particularly high on, but that just shows how low I was on Cincinnati last week when we had Minnesota as our circa pick. That was a big mistake. It was between Minnesota and New Orleans. And we made the wrong decision. Yeah. But looking at this game here, I don't have any feel on this game at all. Really, I've been bouncing back and forth all week long on this game. And that is a simple message for me to not bet this game at all. I feel like here's what's really tearing me up in this game. I feel like the Cardinals are the play in this one. You lay the -3.5. But on the other side, I feel like this could be an overreaction play for Minnesota. People see, they looked terrible last week against the Bengals, and they lost against the Bengals. And then you get this Cardinals team that just blew out a Titans team that was expected to go far into the playoffs this year. I just can't get involved in this one at all. I feel myself just too split down the middle with this game. And this is making a very easy pass for me in this game.
Yeah, I think if there was a overreaction part, I think the bigger overreaction is that Arizona dominated last week against Tennessee. I know Minnesota, they lost in overtime. It's whatever. The real thing is a lot of people were expecting Arizona to finish dead last in this division. And they end up coming out and absolutely dominating a team that we expected to have a shot at the Super Bowl in Tennessee Titans, or a lot of people did. And I'm not too fond on it right now. If anything, it would be a lean towards Arizona, but I'm not jumping into that overreaction train. I want to go and pass on this game as well. Maybe a lean towards the over. I think you get some points in this game.
Yeah, and when you said that it was an overreaction that Arizona dominated last game, no, that wasn't an overreaction. 38-13. They had more total yards, more passing yards, more rushing yards, more yards per play, more first downs, better third down efficiency, and more time of possession.
That's not what I meant. I meant people did not expect Arizona to dominate last week, and they did.
Yeah.
And then the people are going to look into that, and that would be an overreaction. So, no, I know that they dominated. I know that they were really good last week.
Okay, then I misunderstood what you said there.
So, but I think the overreaction part will be people looking at it and be like, oh, wow, Arizona absolutely dominated. I got to go bet them again.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You do not. And that's the big thing is overreaction week 2, and we'll have to go from there.
I think Wilhelmina Haynes is on the right page in this game. It's an over or anything in this game. I don't trust either of these defenses. I mean,
Kirk Cousins on the road.
Yeah, this time. Go ECU. Sure, the 1 week I don't bet ECU, they do that. They were during yesterday's game. This shows how great this ESPN. When you're on the ESPN following the game, they once had Marshall with a 99.1% chance to win that game. The Marshall was up 17 points heading into the fourth quarter, and ECU does that. Good job, Pirates.
Real quick, with that game, you saw ECU go score with 2 minutes and 20-something seconds left, receive an onside kick,
and go down and score again.
Then go down and score again, and that's how they won. Crazy. We're just not going to bet ECU anymore if we get to see them win like that. If that's the case, I'm 100% betting Cincinnati the last week of the year, just so we could see a humongous upset.
Yep.
Vikings my team, but they always hurt my feelings, but it goes over.
I feel that with the Giants too.
All right, we got 4 games left. I know Nick likes this one.
I do like this one. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Atlanta Falcons in this one. The Buccaneers are a minus 13. It's a plus 540 run back here on the Falcons. Total of 51.5 in this game. Looking at this one here, we're getting a Falcons team that got blown out last week against a Eagles team, which we're still the jury's not out on this Eagles team. We all expect them to be bad. I still don't think they finished particularly great. And then we get Tampa Bay, who was brought all the way down to the end to a last-second field goal against a Dallas team, which I am not particularly high on this year. And they won it on a last-second field goal. This is a game where another one of these overreactions. Everybody's seeing the Falcons, and they saw what they did last week against the Eagles, and they're going up against Tom Brady and these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are going to blow them out, and Tom Brady is going to just absolutely march. I think this game is going to be closer than people think. I like the Falcons plus the 13 points in this game, and I'm expecting a little bit of positive regression here from the Falcons. I'm going to try to get their Falcons versus I don't remember who they played last week now. Oh, Eagles. I want to get their box score up here because I believe that they actually they had 19 first down. I mean, they had drives, but they just couldn't punch anything in. And that was just a frustrating game there for the Falcons. I personally did not watch it because I didn't have money on it. But this is definitely a game where I think that this is a live dog in this one. I gave this out on Pick the Lock. I gave this one and the Texans out on Pick the Lock on Friday night at 9 o'clock, which I'll be on that again next Friday night, breaking down a couple other NFL games. Wink, wink. I'll be on that show as well. But looking at this game, it's a dog or pass spot for me, and I took the plus 13. I just think this is way too many points, and we're getting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who after this game hit the road, and they're going to be taking on the LA Rams and the New England Patriots in Foxborough for the revenge game of Tom Brady. So this is an easy look-ahead spot for me. Plain and simple, too many points. I think Tampa Bay is going to go in there, do what they have to do, get the win, but not cover. So I like plus 13 with the Atlanta Falcons in this game. I think this game is going to be closer than people think, and there is a wide open backdoor in this game.
Yeah, I don't mind that as well. I personally did not get to it, but yeah, it would be a lean towards Atlanta. I think it's another one of those overreaction spots, seeing that Atlanta played so bad against the Eagles. I don't think Atlanta is as bad as people think. Do I think they win this game? No, they did not win this game. But I think they can cover. 13 points is a lot of points in the NFL, especially when we get those high-class defenses. And yes, I know Tom Brady is on the other side, and this and that and the other. I don't care. I really don't. It's got to be Atlanta plus the 13 or nothing. I'm not laying 13 points on Tampa Bay. Just not a spot I want to get to for that. So if anything in this game, it's a lean towards the Atlanta plus 13. You get a bunch of points, and I think this game remains close. So Atlanta is the play for this one.
Yeah, this is definitely a dog or pass spot. Dog or a pass spot.
Yep.
Moving on, 4:25. We have 3 more games on this NFL slate to go over. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. -6.5 here for the Seahawks. Plus 235 run back here on these Titans in this game. Total 53.5 in this one. Looking at Tennessee, they didn't look good last week at all. They will head to the 12th man to take on Seattle. Seattle took care of business against the Colts last week. They look really good. Russell Wilson looked fine. That defense looked good. Granted, Carson Wentz did not look particularly great in that game. And looking at this one, though, I think this is a bounce back spot for the Tennessee Titans. I think once again, this is too many points. Plus 6.5. I ended up betting this game, unfortunately, at 5.5. So this is a spot where I think the Tennessee Titans are going to be able to run the ball a little bit in this game. I expect a bounce back game from Derrick Henry. I expect him to get, I'm hoping, 100 yards in this game. I think that this is way too many points. I also took a half unit shot at plus 235. I got it at plus 210, unfortunately. But I took a half unit shot on the Tennessee money line in this one. I think that this is a spot where this is going to be a high scoring game. I would also look, if you guys don't want to rely on them covering a spread or anything, team total over 24. I think that's a nice little spot for Tennessee as well. But personally, I went plus 6.5 and plus 235, half unit on plus 235 for this game with the Titans and the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think it's another one of those overreactions. I'm on Tennessee as well. It's an overreaction in this one because Tennessee got absolutely blown to pieces last game. Couldn't get anything done on offense until it didn't matter anymore. So I feel like Tennessee, they're a lot better of a team than last week showed. And I think it's just a good spot for them. I know they're in Seattle, and Seattle is one of the toughest places to play in the NFL. But I think Tennessee at least covers in this game. I don't know if they necessarily win the game, but I think 6.5 points. I think we can get this one to be pretty close. So Tennessee plus the 6.5 is my play in this one as well.
I like it. We'll move on here. Next game we have is the Dallas Cowboys at the LA Chargers. First home game with fans in Seattle.
WNBA play for today. I'll give you my favorite one, and that one is going to be the under in LA and Dallas. That'll be my favorite. We have 2 other ones, but
LA and Dallas, and then we're going to look at LA and Dallas here. We're talking under in the WNBA game, not the football game here. Which the football game has our circa best bet, where you can find that on picksandparlays.net. Link in the description of the video down below.
Sounds good.
Which leaves us one more game on this slate. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens in this one. Chiefs a 3.5 point favorite in this game, plus 165 for the Ravens in this game. Total 53.5. Lions moved down since I bet it last night on the total. And looking at this game, we get Kansas City. They're coming in after a comeback win against the Browns last week. And the Ravens are coming in off of a loss versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
A
double loss, really. And looking at this game, I'm on the over with this one. I have the over 54.5 bet. And keep your eye open on the YouTube app. I might have another play for this game come later in the night. And this is strictly going to be waiting for a line movement in this one, waiting for money to come in. I'm going to wait for probably after the 1 o'clock games are over and the people who are down, the people who have lost money, they're going to try to make their money back by betting Kansas City in this one. I personally like Baltimore to cover this game. Kansas City is one of those teams where they'll win games. They'll play enough where they can win the game, but they rarely cover. And I have a feeling that Kansas City is still a very public play right now, and the books have not moved, and they've had tons of money coming in on Kansas City in this one. And looking at this game, I'm going to wait because I'm also going to have a play on Baltimore here, plus how many points you can get. I'm probably going to add that in around 4 o'clock, so keep an eye out on YouTube for our community tab. I will probably put out a play saying I like Baltimore plus 4.5, plus 5, because I think that line's going to jump later in the night. So my official play for right now is the over 54.5, over 53.5. But I can see this game this line getting even wider for the Chiefs, and if it does, I'm going to be all over the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all over the over. This is my only total play of the week. I just really like it. You're getting a really good Kansas City offense, and then you're getting Lamar Jackson and that Baltimore offense that can put up points as well. It's just a nice spot for a lot of points on a Sunday night game, and I could end up seeing this one both teams in the 30s. So over is the play in this game. I really like these two offenses. Kansas City had a nice comeback win last week. They did not cover against the Browns, but yeah, they did win. And then Baltimore, that double loss, that was an awful game from them on Monday night. So I think it's a bounce back spot for them. They're going to put up a bunch of points. I think it's going to be a good high scoring game. This one will definitely be interesting in a really good game. Possibly playoff matchup if down the line. But I like the over in this game.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, and that's going to wrap up this NFL slate.
Hi, Rat.
Thank you, Nick. The Chiefs are a public team for good reason, though. I mean, they made the Super Bowl last year. They won the Super Bowl the year before, so they're going to be a public team. By the way, I just got tagged on a post on Facebook. I'm one of the last four, part of the last footy standing because I cashed on yesterday LSU in the over. And so I put in my play for today, and that'll be the Tennessee Titans plus the 6.5 points and the over 50, what was it? 3.5 in this game or in that game. So if you guys want my last footy standing, it's over in Tennessee and Tennessee.
There you go. Of course, dude. Of course. But before we head on out for today, a little bit of housekeeping like I normally do. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We're almost at 1,200 subscribers. I believe we're at 1189. So getting there, getting close. So if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, help us out, try to grow. Check out all the links in the description, especially the first 5 with our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Facebook. For every 100 followers on that, we'll do a 7-day premium pass giveaway for one person. So go ahead, check out all those platforms, links in the description below, along with our picks and parlays and our premium plays. 50% off 7-day package. Use code PUNT. You can get all of our plays for $10 a day, so $70 for the 7-day pass.
Or just watch our content.
There you go. But yeah, that's all that. And then as for the shows today, Craig did his show last night. Me and Nick do ours at 10. And then Higgs will be at 12. Actually, I think Higgs is going to be pushed up a little bit more. I think he's going to try to go in a couple minutes. Allie's going to be around 12-ish. And then no game time decision today, nothing like that. We'll be back with game time decision tomorrow, along with the All Sports Best show tomorrow at 10. But that should be everything. Let's do a little bit of a recap. For today, for football, I like the Carolina Panthers to cover. Buffalo, Rams, Philly, Tennessee, and the over in that Kansas City-Baltimore game.
Yeah, looking at today, I'll start it off with the football plays, and then I'll quickly shout out my MLB action for today as well. For me, I like the Tennessee Titans plus the points and a half unit shot on their money line. I am on the Atlanta Falcons plus 13. I am on the Buffalo Bills minus 3.5. I'm on the Eagles plus 3 and on the money line. I'm on the Texans plus 13. I'm on the over 54.5 in Kansas City, Baltimore. And if you guys do want my baseball plays for today, they are scrolling on the bottom of the screen. First 5 under between LA and Cincinnati. I took a shot at the dog here. Pittsburgh, first 5 plus 195. They're going for the sweep in that game. I think that's the 3rd straight series they're going for the sweep, and they've yet to sweep. Milwaukee team total over 4.5. I like the Houston Astros first 5 run line, the Giants first 5 run line, the Athletics first 5 run line. And if we can clip, I want to clip this later today. A couple days ago during the ESB show, I said that the Cardinals are going to sweep the Padres. I got the Cardinals first 5 and full game going for the sweep over the Padres. So I'm really excited about that. I'm feeling really good about that 55-1 ticket. Even if they just make the playoffs, I feel like that's worth it. So that's going to be all my action for today.
There we go. That should wrap it up for today's stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it on out.
Yes, we want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But my name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys as always, and good luck.
See you guys. Good luck today.